Any volunteers to start with?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, you can introduce yourself. What are you currently doing? Where are you from?
Okay, I'm Pritika and I'm from Loyola College. I'm doing 3D animation currently
Hmm.
in my second year. So I'm very much interested in my user interface and user experiences. So I
Okay.
would like to know more in this new course
Hmm.
so that I'll be able to improve my skills in this. Thank
Yeah,
you.
great.
Myself, Shalini. I'm from Loyola College. I'm doing my B Work in 3D animation.
Hmm.
I've been studying user interface for my second year UG. So I want to learn more about it, and I want to have a knowledge about it on a whole due to my interest in it. Thank you.
Yeah, sounds good. Yes, what about you, Miss Kasi, Vishnupriya, Vaishali?
Hi, ma'am. It's Kasi Rajan. I have completed my BSc Visual Communication in American College, and I am doing my MSc Visual Communication in American College. So I'm a photographer for last 4 years, and I need to increase and I need to learn about the UI UX designing. So I have joined in this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Vaishali or Vishnupriya, want to go next?
Yes, ma'am. Hi, myself, Vaishali Bhaskaran.
Mm.
Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm currently studying in SRM University, BSc Visual Communication second year. I have already completed my graphic designing course for 3 months short term. And I have done internship on graphic designing and I have been doing freelancing work. And now I wanted to develop my skill in UI UX, so I joined here.
So, you mean freelance in UI UX?
No, no, graphic design.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, then Vishnupriya? Yes, yes, I can hear you.
I'm completed my university. Yes,
Your volume is bit low.
can you hear me now, ma'am?
Yeah, now it's clear.
I'm Vishnu Priya. I
Mm.
completed my UG in Guru Nanak College, BS Visual Communication. I'm currently studying MA Journalism in Gujarat College. So I joined this class because to know every journalist know how to write, but
Mm.
I need to study how can I visually appeal my readers to focus on my writing. That's
Mm.
why I applied.
Yeah. The path is really different. And Kavya?
Hello, yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I am. My name is Kavya, and I am like currently in my second year of masters. Same college as Vishnu Priya. I'm her senior.
Mm.
I'll be completing my course in just another 2 or 3 days. I just have an exam left. So the reason for choosing this course was because I am interested in learning designing
Mm.
and like expanding my horizons. So yes,
Okay, that's great. Yeah,
yes.
so I'm really happy to have you all, and let me introduce myself. I'm Muthulakshmi, right now UX designer with around 3 years of experience at Lollipop Design Studio, and I'll I have the slides to present. I'll walk you through. Like this is going to be a 3 months course in UI UX design, and we are beginning the course from today. The sessions will be in the weekdays from 6:30 to 8:30, and you have my contact number. And let me introduce about this orientation program, like the brief about this course. And here we'll try to understand about the course structure and expectations, and we can also get introduced to what does UI, user interface, and user experience mean. And we'll get a walkthrough through the learning journey, like how are you going to learn this and how are you going to get placed in a good company. And I'll also help you to create case studies in order to create your holistic portfolio that is important in order to apply for any job. And I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have in the end of this presentation. So about me, uh, I am a UX designer at Lollipop Design Studio, as I mentioned earlier, and I have been working on different sectors like healthcare, and PMS, property management system, fintech, and hyperlocal apps. So I have been mentoring the beginners and career switchers lately. And this is my portfolio website. I'll also help you land on creating a portfolio website, something like this, with the case studies. So first of all, what does UX design, user experience design, mean? So it means the process of designing products, systems, or services. We want to design a product that should be usable by all the people. It should create an engaging and easily understandable experience for all the users. So in the user experience, we'll be focusing on the users mindset, what they are thinking, how can we solve their problems, what problems are they facing in the particular application, how can we solve that, and how can we make the app usable for all the people. It should not be difficult for them to use. And it should also create an engaging experience between the user and the product, which is the app. So what is UX design? So it's going to be an entire experience which the user will have while interacting with the product. Yeah. Yes, Kasi?
Sorry, ma'am, sorry.
Okay. So what does user experience design includes? It includes the user research, the entire process of the design. Like the first stage would be understanding the users. Who are the users of this particular application? For example, if it's a B2C, business to consumer application, something like Swiggy or Zomato. So from the business, we are directly reaching out to the customers. The customers are the people who will be using the application. So in order to understand their goals, their motivations, why they are using this application, so in order to do that, we first need to research about the users. How can we do this research? By the way of identifying what are they trying to achieve out of this Swiggy application they are trying to order. So in the ordering process, what are the stages which they are going through? How can we make that process simple and feasible for that particular user? And in order to do the user research, there are multiple ways. One is qualitative method and another one is quantitative analysis. In in these methods we'll be randomly choosing we'll be choosing the users based on the target audience. The target audience which we can identify will be the user persona. A persona is something like the target audience. So we'll also be going through these in depth in each and every class. It's okay even if you are not able to capture it entirely. This is just an overview of the UX design process. So based on the target audience, we'll be going through the user journey, like what are the processes that the user is taking on from the welcome screen, in which screen he'll be landing on, and how can we make that process simple for him to use that application. And we'll also be working on the wireframes, something like black and gray shade of application, that is the rough sketch of the application, that will be wireframe, that is the initial stage of the design. And with the research process only we can move to the wireframing stage. And after wireframing we'll do the prototype in UX design, in the sense from which screen the next screen comes. We'll be doing that prototyping, and we'll also be testing it with the users whether it is working well, or if we need to modify something. And there will be a continuous iteration in the sense there will be revision of the same version based on the users feedback. So there will be some positives and what the user expectations are. Based on that we will be working on the feedback changes. This the previous slide was about completely about user experience design. Now it's going to be about UI design. So UI, in the sense, it's going to be user interface is the look and feel of the app's user interface, like how it's going to be appealing for the users. If there is no color like a wireframe, then people would not be interested in using that application, right? So example, IRCTC, it's not much user friendly, or it's not an appealing interface. So making it visually distinct between each and every feature will make the users retain in that application. We can make the users stay in that application. That will increase the revenue for the businesses. That's what the companies are looking for, right? So we should be able to do the user interface well as well. So if you see some design agencies like where I'm working, there will be specialists in UX, like UX designer will be separate and UI designer will be separate. But in corporates like MNCs, you can see one person doing both the job, UI and UX. And there are also people like product designers who will be working on a particular product only. They will be taking care of the research work, that is the user research work, user experience work, user interface work. So everything together will be combined and they'll be working on that. So coming back to what is UI design, that is the visual and interactive elements, like how the user is able to click on a particular CTA. CTA is call to action, which is the button. When the user clicks on a button, there should be micro interaction that coming up. Something like in a few apps, if you click on the heart button, it will glow, or it will have a state, different states, right? Different states of a heart button itself. That is the interaction that will be present in UI design. And what does user interface design include? It includes the colors, what are the colors that they are using for the different parts of application for the button when it is in the clickable state, or when the user hovers on, like if the user places the cursor on a particular button, what happens, in which state it will be. Those things will be covered in the UI design. As well as the typography is something like the font weight, the font selecting the font style, the font size. These includes in the typography. And obviously there will be the other things in UI design, something like the images spacing, the grid spacing, and a responsive design. A responsive design is something like mobile responsive and web website responsive. So let us differentiate what does UX design and UI design mean. How is it both different? User experience focuses on the entire application's experience, how the user goes through when he moves from one screen to another. Like, is it easy for him to use, or is he getting confused while using that application? It should be functional, free, like it should have the functionality over the aesthetic experience. Like, there should be more the features what the user is expecting, or uh, and I would also like to know if you guys are comfortable with Tamil as well.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am, we are okay with it.
Yeah, okay. Here user experience, in the sense like, if we are focusing on the functionality, இப்போ ஒரு ஆப்பில் வந்து கரெக்டாக என்னென்ன ஃபீச்சர்ஸ்லாம் இருக்கணும், அதுக்கேற்ற மாதிரி யூசர்ஸோட கோல்ஸை வந்து நம்ம கரெக்டாக புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டோமா, something like that. So here it should involve the research work, like what the user expects, what is the goal of the user, and understanding the user's pain points, we'll be able to understand what our target audience will like. அவங்களோட எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன்ஸ் நம்ம தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டாலே நமக்கு வந்து இந்த ஆப் வந்து அவங்க இந்த மாதிரி தான் எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க அப்படின்னு தெரிஞ்சிடும். ஸோ ஹவு கேன் வி டூ தேட் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் ரிசர்ச் இஸ் பை சென்டிங் த கூகுள் ஷீட் ஃபார்ம், கூகுள் ஃபார்ம்ஸ். Like, we'll have a set of questionnaire about that particular application that we are designing, and the forms and we can send them, or we can also conduct an interview, something like user interview, that is named as. அது வந்து we can do it face to face or online remote workshop in
Ma'am,
order to.
like a survey method, ma'am.
Yes, yes. It will be like survey method வந்து it is for the Google forms. அது வந்து survey method, and user interview method வந்து we can have face to face or in remote. By these, இந்த மாதிரி research methodsல நம்மளுக்கு what we are getting at the end is will collect the data from the users. ஸோ இதுதான் யூசரோட எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன்ஸ்னு நமக்கு தெரிஞ்சிடும். ஒன்ஸ் we know that, we can accumulate that data, and we can create a user persona. Persona is something like, இதுதான் யூசர். ஸோ இந்த யூசர் வந்து இவங்களோட என்ன, இவங்களோட பேக்ரவுண்ட் என்ன, வாட் they are currently doing, and what they are looking forward in that application, what are the frustrations which the user is going through, and how can we solve that frustration or the pain point which the user is facing. ஸோ அந்த ப்ராப்ளமை நம்ம சால்வ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு எப்படி நம்மளோட ஆப் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணும், அதுதான் ஃபீச்சராக வில் பி டிரைவிங் ஃப்ரம் தட் பெயின் பாயிண்ட். ஸோ அந்த ஃபீச்சர்லாம் தான் வந்து யூசரோட எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸை நம்ம க்ரியேட் பண்ணுறோம் அந்த ஃபீச்சர்ஸ் எல்லாம் வச்சு. ஸோ இது வந்து அந்த யூசருக்கான ப்ராப்ளமில் ஒர்க் ஆகுதா அப்படின்னு ஆன்சர் பண்ணும் யூசர் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ். And when it comes to UI design, it focuses on the look and appearance of the interface. So on the brand la vandu, if it's an existing brand, something like Royal Enfield, or adra vandu colors they'll be following, and the typography, the fonts that they'll be using as usual. அவங்க என்ன ஃபாண்ட்டோ என்ன கலரோ வச்சுருக்காங்களோ அதே தான் we should also be using. We should not go to pick and some other font or some other color, right? So we should stick to the brand guidelines. And here it involves graphic design and interactivity, as you, most of the people here are from BSc Viscom and MSc Viscom, right? So you people would know how we can work on the user interface. It is just about the how it appears for the users. and there should also be consistency in user interface, like button style la நம்ம இதை choose பண்றோம். If it's a outlined button, it should have outlined button throughout the application, else there will be inconsistent and it will not look good when the user is using that particular application. We'll go through those in the later stages. So rough user experience ko user interface ko I hope you guys understood. And here we are coming to the course structure. So what we are going to do in the 3 months course, in the first month that will be focusing on the user experience design basis, like the basics என்னன்னா இப்போ நம்ம ஃபஸ்ட்டு பார்த்தோம்ல எப்படி அந்த ஆப்போட ப்ராப்ளம் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் இருக்கும், அந்த ப்ராப்ளம் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்க்கு வாட் ஆர் த யூசர் ரிசர்ச் மெத்தட்ஸ் தட் வில் பி ஹேவிங், அண்ட் வாட் இஸ் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் ஆர்கிடெக்சர், சம்திங் லைக் அ ஸ்ட்ரக்சர். ஸோ இந்த ஆப் வந்து இந்த மாதிரி தான் இருக்க போது. ஃபஸ்ட்டு வந்து லேண்டிங் ஸ்க்ரீன் இருக்கும், அதுக்கப்புறம் என்ன வரப்போகுது, ஏன் அது வரப்போகுது அப்படிங்கிறதெல்லாம் வி ஷுட் ஹாவ் அன் ஜஸ்டிஃபிகேஷன் அண்ட் வி ஷுட் பி கிரியேட்டிங் தட் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் architecture, and with that information we'll get a better idea, so that we'll work on the wireframe after that. So இது வந்து first part of case study. So இந்த case study வந்து கம்ப்ளீட்டாக ஆனதுக்கப்புறமா we'll have that case study in the portfolio. So portfolio is important for every UX UI design aspirant in order to secure a job. போர்ட்ஃபோலியோ தான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் திங் பார்ப்பாங்க ஒரு ரெக்ரூட்டராக இருக்கவங்க. ஸோ அது வந்து எந்த அளவுக்கு நம்மளால் வேல்யூ ஆட் பண்ண முடியுமோ we should work on the case studies and prepare the portfolio. I'll help you through the process in this 3-month journey. Month 1.5 to 2 monthsல வந்து we'll be working on the UI design. ஸோ UX தான் ஃபஸ்ட்டு வரும், ஏன்னா UX வந்து பேசிக்ஸ். ஒரு யூஸரை பற்றி அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணிவிட்டு அவங்களோட பேக்ரவுண்டை பற்றி அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணிவிட்டு அவங்களுக்காக தான் நம்ம டிசைன் பண்ணுறோம். ஸோ அவங்களோட எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன்ஸ் எல்லாமே தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறது தான் ப்ராசஸில் ஃபஸ்ட் வரும். ஸோ எங்கே போனாலுமே UXல UX தான் ஃபஸ்ட்டு. அதுக்கப்புறமா UX நம்ம கம்ப்ளீட் நாலேஜ் அபவுட் தட் பர்டிகுலர் சப்ஜெக்ட் இருந்தால் தான் we can proceed to the UI design. So in the UI design we'll be working on the visual design principles, something like there will be principles in the UI design, like அது வந்து இந்த கன்சிஸ்டன்சி சொன்னேன்ல. ஸோ தேர் வில் பி கன்சிஸ்டன்சி அண்ட் ஸ்டாண்டர்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் யூனிஃபார்மிட்டியாக இருக்கணும். வி ஷுட் ஒர்க் ஆன் தோஸ் principles if it's matching those principles, and style sheet create பண்ண. ஸ்டைல் ஷீட்டில் வந்து we'll have the typography, colors, grids, spacing, ஸோ அதெல்லாம் கரெக்டாக இருக்கணும். those comes in the UI design. And interactive prototyping. ஸோ ப்ரோட்டோடைப்பிங்னா ஃப்ரம் ஒன் ஸ்க்ரீன் டு அனதர் ஸ்க்ரீன் நம்ம வந்து எப்படி அது வரப்போகுது அப்படிங்கிறது கரெக்டாக அனலைஸ் பண்ணி we should work on that. And components like ஹோவர் ஸ்டேட்டில் என்ன இருக்க போகுது, நார்மல் ஸ்டேட்டில் என்ன இருக்க போகுது, we'll work on those things as well. And design documentation is also important, concept through cover, because we should be able to explain the clients why we have designed in such a way. நம்ம டிசைன் வந்து எப்படி வேணாலும் பண்ணலாம், பட் அந்த டிசைனை வந்து நமக்கு ரெக்ரூட்டர்கிட்ட கூட எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ண தெரியணும், வை வி ஹாவ் டிசைன்ட் இன் திஸ் வே. ஸோ தட்ஸ் ஆல்சோ அன் மேஜர் கான்செப்ட் தட் வி ஹாவ் டு கவர். அண்ட் accessibility and inclusive design, which includes the accessibility, like கலர்ஸ் வந்து இந்த கலர் வந்து இந்த பேக்ரவுண்டுக்கு சூட் ஆகுமா, ஆர் கலர் கான்ட்ராஸ்ட் எப்படி அது மேட்ச் ஆகுது, அதுக்கு என்ன டூல்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணணும், we'll also work on that part. And we'll get introduced to few of the tools. UX writing, like the copywriting is also something that we have to cover, because இப்போ நம்ம வந்து மாக் டெக்ஸ்ட் வந்து அது யூ கேன் யூஸ் ஃப்ரம் ChatGPT, Claude AI, ஸோ அதிலிருந்து கூட we can use, but we need to know what kind of content should come in each part of the in each screen of the application, right? இப்போ ஆன்போர்டிங் ஸ்க்ரீன்ஸ்னால் அதில் என்ன மாதிரி UX காப்பி வரப்போகுது அப்படிங்கிறது we have to understand. And understanding the user's mental model, like how the user would expect in this application, that is the whole concept of this. And portfolio development, ultimately, for which we are working on the case study. So in the end of this course we will cover the UX basics and the research from the first case study 1 and we'll also work on the UI design and prototyping in the month 2, and we'll build the concepts and portfolio for case study 2. So you'll have an 2 documented case studies at the end of this course, and you'll have a working portfolio from which you can apply to a lot of companies and get placed. And I'll also help you prepare the interview ready skills. So you guys will have to work on assignments which I'll be giving, like working hands on is also mandatory, because only by that way you can cope up with the skills that you are required for the industry. ஸோ இதெல்லாம் வந்து கேஸ் ஸ்டடி அப்ரோச்சஸ், how we'll be working on the case study which I've already explained. ஸோ கேஸ் ஸ்டடி 1ல வந்து யூஎக்ஸ் ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணி, கேஸ் ஸ்டடி 2ல வந்து யூஐ டிசைன் ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணி. ஸோ நமக்கு ரெண்டுமே தேவை in order to apply for a job, right? So if you are going to apply for a product designer's job or UI UX designer, you mandatorily need these things to showcase. And I've also broken down into week by week for first month. So these are a few of the things that we'll be covering in the month 1. And within wireframe என்னென்ன wireframeலாம் இருக்குது அப்படிங்கிறதும் I have mentioned. Like low fidelity na we can either do it in paper pen, like அந்த screen வந்து எப்படி இருக்க போகுதுன்னு rough-ஆ we can do, and we can also do it in the software itself. And basic components எப்படி இருக்கணும், UX பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் எப்படி இருக்கணும், that will be going through. And also the வந்து I have mentioned it process by process. So first வந்து என்ன ப்ராசஸ்னு, and also I want to mention that it is not mandatory to cover every process in UI UX design. ஸோ எதெல்லாம் வந்து நம்மளோட ப்ராப்ளம் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்க்கு தேவையோ அந்த ப்ராசஸ் மட்டும் கவர் பண்ணாலே போதும். ஒரு கேஸ் ஸ்டடினா அதில் வந்து பக்காவாக இருக்கணும், அந்த இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் ஆர்கிடெக்சரும் இருக்கணும், அதுக்கடுத்து யூசர் ஃப்ளோவும் இருக்கணும் அப்படின்லாம் ஒரு ரூல்ஸுமே கிடையாது. நமக்கு என்ன அந்த ப்ராப்ளம் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்க்கு தேவையோ we can cover only that. It depends on the problem statement. And here in the second month, till second month, we'll be covering on the UI design, like UI design basics. So color theory and typography, layout na the spacing, and prototyping kulla in subsections we are having, like the interactive prototyping and usability testing methods. So for these things I would highly recommend you guys to install Figma. It's free. I hope you can do that by next class, which we'll be having tomorrow, and we'll start learning like the basics la irundha naliki we can start from tomorrow itself. And design system, which most of the companies will need for design systems வந்து we can create it manually. Like அந்த design systemனா என்ன, அதில் வந்து என்னென்னலாம் இருக்கும். ஸோ ஒரு கம்ப்ளீட் டிசைன் சிஸ்டம் வந்து இப்போது அதுக்குன்னே ஒரு பர்சனெல்லாம் வந்து ரெக்ரூட் பண்ணி வச்சுருக்காங்க. ஸோ அந்தளவுக்கு அது இம்பார்ட்டண்ட். And by 1.5 to 2 month we will be learning on the advanced UX. Like அதில் என்னென்ன இருக்கும், காம்படேட்டிவ் அனாலிசிஸ், அது வந்து ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டண்ட். லைக் who are the competitors within our field. And I've also mentioned these things earlier. Microcopy and UX writing வந்து that will be included in every screen of the application. We need to understand that concept. We'll dive deep into these things when it goes. So these are the skills that you can develop in the end of this course. And yeah, we'll have the concept introduction for everyday 2 hoursங்கிறனால we'll segregate into separate parts, and we'll work on the theory and concept introduction for the first half. Then I'll show you an example for a few minutes, and then we'll work on the hands-on practice. Then also you can feel free to ask me any doubt at any point of time. I'll be happy to help you. And even if you have any doubt regarding the interview process or mm, your portfolio building, even resume, I'll be happy to help you. So assignment வந்து we should complete it on time, because assignment will help us toward building the case study. ஸோ அந்த கேஸ் ஸ்டடி தான் வந்து நம்ம போர்ட்ஃபோலியோ போட போகிறோம். அண்ட் தட் போர்ட்ஃபோலியோ இஸ் இம்பார்ட்டண்ட். வி ஆர் ஒர்க்கிங் டுவர்ட்ஸ் கம்ப்ளீட்டிங் த போர்ட்ஃபோலியோ. அதுதான் த மேஜர் கோல் ஆஃப் திஸ் கோர்ஸ். And I'll also provide the feedback for every assignment that you do. Each one of you do, I'll be providing the feedback. The feedback you should be incorporating in the Figma file. So practical task earlier we'll be evaluating what changes can be done, and the feedback changes that I'll be giving, and the collective feedback session by other people, right? We can do that in this way. So if you guys have any doubt or any clarifications, if it's needed, you can ask. Yes, anything?
No doubts from my side, ma'am.
Sorry?
I'm clear. No doubts from my side.
Okay, you're good now. So I hope you guys can install Figma for the next class. So if you people have no doubts, then you can leave. And thank you. Yes, Vaishali, please go ahead.
I have, yeah, ma'am. Will we be learning how to use AI tool in this course?
Yes, AI tool for the prompts, right?
Yeah, in Figma.
Within the Figma, you have AI. So how are you asking?
Like in Figma, we can use some AI tools for downloading the icons.
Yeah, there will be plugins. I'll definitely
Plugins.
work you through. We can work it on together.
Okay.
And also I'll help you through the AI tools that we have outside Figma, something like how ChatGPT can help us in design, for the UX copies, right? If we are out of ideas, we can make use of ChatGPT, Claude, and other AI tools as well. I'll also help you through those processes. There's no issue with that. Is anyone having any other doubt?
Ma'am, do we have classes on weekends too?
No, it's from Monday to Friday.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. Thank you.
And for the case study, will it be like real life case study or like it will be mock up as such?
It will be like case study. So from the user experience to till the delivery of that particular product, mockups will also be included in the UI design. So mock-up in the sense how the interface will appear in mobile or website. So here, what I was saying, in the case study, so entirely the design process from the scratch. Uh, if it's going to be a redesign project, we'll have minimal things to involve, something like only the UI process will be included. But if it's going to be from scratch, the user experience till the delivery of that particular application will have to be covered, and mockups will be from the user interface of a mobile application or a website that will be generating the mockup and be placing in the case study. It will include both the both the UX process and the UI design process.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yes. So is anyone else having any doubt?
Hi, Mutalakshmi. This is Devi.
Hi.
Hi, thank you for handling the session.
Hey, yeah, thank you.
So in case if students doesn't have any doubt, like we can close the session.
Yes.
Uh,
I hope
and
everyone is clear now.
yeah, ask students to join tomorrow on time, and please students don't leave the session in between. Hello.
Yeah, I think it's fine now. We can end the session by now.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Ma.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.